Okay, hello viewers. It's
Hello
Eric.
world.
Eric here.
And Matt.
And today we are playing...
We're playing some Resident Evil 1.
Yeah. So, you know what? So, this is the director's cut version. So
Yes.
should we do the original mode or the arranged mode?
Let's do the original for now.
Alright.
But before we press any button, we have to do something that we hadn't settled on during our last recording. We have to formally introduce ourselves as 21st Century Arcade, which is not only a great title, but one that Eric gets credit without thinking up.
Thank you. Yes, we had another title in mind, and then apparently somebody
Took it.
like 4 days ago.
Yep. Big problem.
So, but I think this is better.
Yeah, I do. I'm very satisfied with this.
Alright, so let us dive into this game, which I have beaten a ridiculous number of times.
Yeah.
Even just this year alone.
You have mentioned that you are quite a huge Resident Evil fan on a few different occasions, yeah.
Yes, the original classic
Yeah.
titles, not the recent stuff. Chris or Jill?
Let's do Chris.
Alright, Chris. He's
Mr. Redfield. Whoa, who? Look at that character portrait. Which mook off the street did they call in to be like your Chris Redfield for one shot?
Well, no. They have live action FMVs here. It's not just for one shot.
Yes, they do. No, my mind is stuck in the era of what's the version of the game that has strictly Capcom's art during the character select screen, because I vividly recall a very different character select screen.
The remake?
Probably. I'm probably thinking of a remake. Yeah.
Okay.
This is more new to me.
So
honestly.
we're committing to Chris.
We are committing to Chris.
All right then. One thing, the voice actor for Chris in this game is the same guy that did Die Monster, You Don't Belong in This World.
Seriously?
Yep.
Oh, good. Thank goodness that I picked Chris.
By the way, July 1998. That's 20 years ago that this game takes place.
Woof.
And when it came out, that was in the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I suplexed a zombie through a I don't know. I fucking killed a zombie one time, brother.
I think you killed that joke. So if you can't hear the awesome dialogue in the game, go play the game.
Yeah.
It's like $6 on PSN, although that version isn't as good because that's the DualShock version where they changed the soundtrack.
I believe they did, yeah.
And I don't hate it as much as other people hate it, but it's like 5 times inferior to the original.
It was Bravo team's
it had a couple of decent tunes, but yeah, otherwise it was kind of a mess.
What a hero that man.
Which guy?
The man with the beautiful aviators.
Oh yeah, Wesker. He was my freaking... I wore sunglasses indoors because of him for like the longest time.
Dude, I can't even blame
in high school. But I'll tell you what though, it actually helped me get over like eye contact anxiety.
Oh, okay.
I had the sunglasses on. It was like a shield, and I learned to like talk to people while looking them in the eyes that way.
Gotcha.
Before I used to like stare at the wall right behind them, kind of like this. People can't see what I'm doing right now, but
right. No, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, couple of little trivia bits here. The guy playing Barry, the guy with the beard. Oh no, first her.
Yeah.
This girl was a teenager when they shot this. And apparently she got like bit by a bunch of mosquitoes, and so whenever she looks kind of pissed, that's just because she was annoyed
Right.
from being there. And the guy playing Barry is a teacher in Australia.
Oh, shoot, okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they decided to... Well, I mean, everybody had a different voice actor from the live-action ones.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, it would have been really cool if Barry had an Australian accent.
I would have enjoyed it.
You were almost a Jill sandwich with Vegemite.
How many times are we going to get this close-up on the dog's teeth?
This is the last time.
This is the last time? Okay, alright. I will have to take your word for that.
We don't know where Barry is.
I don't... And this awesome
Cast
scene.
of characters. Chris Redfield.
Oh, you don't have to announce it. They do it for you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Jill Valentine.
With all the delicious
Right?
80s and
Right?
90s cheese that you could want.
Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers.
I didn't get bit by mosquitoes. I'm in a very good mood.
It's a good sport. Oh, and their colors for the characters were based on Rock the Casbah by The Clash.
Shoot, okay.
They had like a dude in a yellow vest and a dude in a red vest and a dude in a green vest with t-shirts underneath. They went with that.
I am a big fan of both that song and that music video, but never even like well, to be fair, I think this is the first time I've seen this ever.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But he's probably...
It's gonna be a couple of cool little. I'll do as much trivia as I can think of. So this game takes place on
What is that?
July 24th.
Okay, Jill and I will...
Why didn't we wait? Oh, no, wait. No, it's past.
What?
Why didn't we start our channel earlier so we could have done this on the 20th anniversary of when this happened in universe?
Take care.
Because you didn't even propose to me the idea of a channel until...
Relatively recently, actually.
Well, I mean, it was that month, but it was at the
yeah.
beginning of that month. It was at my barbecue, so...
This needed a bit of time in the oven to think about things, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so... I'm controlling Chris now, and...
You now have control of the man with the knife.
Yeah, no. Nobody gives a shit about that. Actually, no, that knife can be useful. The only thing that I find the knife useful for in this game is the dogs, because once you, like, fire a bullet into them, they fall down. And then once they're down, every slice is going to topple them back down.
Yeah.
So,
now we are approaching one of what I consider to be the most iconic cutscenes in gaming history.
Yeah, absolutely.
And practically traumatized me back when I was a child.
So my entry into this series was with part 2.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I only had an N64 back then.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that was the reference to this was like my favorite part of the Evil Within. Did you play that game?
No, I've not.
They like, I mean, it's what's his name?
Good old Shinji Mikami.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
So he like aped that whole scene like shot for shot with the bad guy like turning around to look at you afterwards. So that was a cool little Easter egg.
I can't even blame him.
Otherwise, I don't know. The game didn't impress me too much. I mean, mechanics were solid, but it feels like when he runs out of... I mean, it felt too much like Resident Evil 4, which makes me feel like whenever he runs out of scares, he defaults to have enemies throw dynamite at you.
Right.
But if you guys liked it, that's okay. You don't have to agree with us.
No need. I haven't even touched Evil Within, to be honest with you.
Just don't hit the dislike button, please.
No, sir.
And now you will. Okay, so we got a little bit of a emulation issue with the text.
I don't feel that there's much need to worry about it. We seem to be doing fine visually so far.
Considering how many times I've played this game, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so where should we start? Upstairs, because Chris can't use a lockpick, or doesn't have a lockpick. He's not the master of unlocking.
Now, if we were playing as Jill, then we would have had the we would have had the opportunity to get that great cutscene where Jill runs back from the zombie and goes, "Barry, it's a monster!" And Barry goes, "Oh, let me take care of this!"
And then he takes 3 shots from his 44 Magnum to kill the thing.
Yeah.
When...
that gun is huge.
When that thing, like, you could... Well, in the remake, at least, if you let Barry die and you take his gun, you can lay out the tyrant with 1 shot with that handgun. So, Barry
just kind of sucks, quite frankly. Sorry, Barry, but, you know.
Okay, get away. Get out of my way. Oh, there you go. He's dead, thankfully. There is a randomness to how many shots it takes to kill them. And it can be quite a lot.
Can ruin your day?
Yeah.
Potentially.
This early in the game?
Yeah. Well, ammo's scarce now, so it makes sense.
For now. What are we at? We're at 10. Oh, shit. I forgot that there was this many of them here. I thought... Right, because I played so many different versions of this game that it's all kind of... Okay, I'm out of ammo. Great. Here's zombie.
You got it, brother.
Ha!
Now, my history with Resident Evil 1 primarily goes back to when I was about, I believe, 7 or 8 years old. And my stepdad was a huge fan of this game.
Mm-hmm.
He played it a number of times. And how it basically went is...
Whoa! What is it?
Oh, wait, just a moment.
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry.
I do wonder what she sprayed him with.
The finest of colognes.
She seems pretty unfazed. It couldn't be like
I'm Rebecca.
pepper spray.
Rebecca
No.
Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the Stars Bravo team last
Thank God it
month.
wasn't Bear Mace.
Well,
Yeah.
Although, what would that even do against the zombie?
To a zombie, probably nothing at all.
I'm Chris Redfield. from
Well, it
the
would make
Alpha
maybe
Team.
would make them smell better. So
Here from the Bravo team.
maybe it was cologne. Axe body spray.
God, you smell disgusting.
I don't want to smell that while I die.
You can eat me if you want, but jeez, come
I
on.
see.
I brought some tag with me. Don't worry about it. I'll fix you right up.
yes, sir.
The only sprays that really are in this game are first aid sprays.
Yeah.
So I wonder if like tried
Did
to,
you just waste a first aid spray, Rebecca?
she tried to heal the zombie and cure it. She cured Chris's glaucoma.
Oh, thank goodness.
And now we have a key.
What is this, Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden? Sorry, that was a in the infamous RPG that's a sequel to Space Jam. Glaucoma is a status effect. That whole game is just wonky,
I
man.
thought you were gonna say that whole game is a status effect.
Confusion is a status effect. So yeah, the whole game is a big status effect. It's hilarious, though. It is.
Okay, so we'll just pretend like the lack of 2D text is
Well,
extra challenge.
what should I
Yes.
do now?
Oh yeah.
If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
Okay, I guess we'll choose the default.
All right, let's do it.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. I have to prepare something. Would
More
you-
body spray.
She's not just a medic, she's I don't know, what do you call people who make perfume?
I've got
They're pretty much chemists. Just
Yeah.
commercial ones, I guess.
more or less. So yeah, before I completely forget what I was going to mention.
Your history, whatever you want.
With RE1, my stepdad was a big fan of this game. He would play it like quite often at one point, if my memory serves me correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And I went downstairs one day, And he had this in, and he was playing. And at that point in time, I was already playing Doom and Duke Nukem. Mm-hmm. So I was no stranger to dumb, gratuitous, video game violence.
Right.
So that was all fine and dandy. But he would not let me play this. And after seeing it once and being quite traumatized by the first zombie, I came to understand why he did not want me near this yet. It all added up.
Yeah. Yeah, the scares were quite good.
They were.
It wasn't just the fact that there are monsters. Do we get the text here? Yeah, we do. Not that we're going to read all the files, but we have to read the last couple passages. Fever gone, but itchy. Hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy Scott came. Ugly face so killed him.
Tasty.
For itchy, tasty.
And that's it, folks. That's the zombie. That's the zombification process.
I had a friend named Scott at the time when I first played it. So I just imagined.
Did you stare him in the face and go, itchy, tasty?
If you're with a lady and it's itchy and tasty, then
of course.
you might want to find a new lady.
Yes, sir.
Especially if she charges. Hey, buddy. How about giving me some of that fat loot? Okay, so there you are. This being the Director Scott version, there is auto aim here, even though the very original did not have it.
Right.
Hello, Kenneth. I'm gonna loot your corpse.
Kenneth Baker?
Kenneth J. Sullivan.
I'm thinking of a different Kenneth.
You're thinking of
I'm thinking
Armstead president.
of a different Konami game.
Well, oh wow, he's still
Oh
alive.
God, I called this a Konami
Yeah.
game. So sorry. I'm thinking
Of a different Japanese developed
Oh.
game of a company that was really good in the 90s.
Big faux pas, yeah. No, I'm thinking of a different 64-bit game. Yes.
32-bit.
No.
PS1?
Yeah. The PS1's a 64-bit console.
32-bit, buddy.
64.
32, man. Feel free to Google it.
I would, but my phone is almost dead.
Well, that likely excuse, man. By the way, this lovely cutscene.
Should I bring in enemies to try and fight me? Oh God.
That wasn't Barry.
Now a remake is where if you try to do that, then one of the dogs will actually get in, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good, what would you call that? Troll?
It's a little bit of a slap on the wrists for doing something silly.
Well, yeah, but it's for those who have played the original, they're like, there's nothing's gonna happen. Check this out,
Right.
and then it's you get trolled, and it's nope.
Then something really happens.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, doggy. All right. Oh shit! I put the knife away.
You did.
Okay, it's okay. We'll be fine ammo-wise.
That pupper just eats shots, man.
Yeah. Okay, nothing here. And then the other one has some ammo for us. How are we on ammo? 6 shots. I usually don't reload in the menu because I like seeing the animation.
Yeah.
Right, so my entry to the series was with part 2, and then a year later I got a PlayStation, and then I think I played part 3. So then when I eventually got around to playing this one, seeing where it all started and all the characters was so legendary for me.
The great voice acting.
Well, yeah. No, but just because at the beginning of part 2, if you play as Claire, and she goes into that room in the police station with Marvin the cop, And then he goes, Chris, Jill, Barry, they all disappeared. So I was like, who is this Barry? And
who is Barry Burton?
And who is even Chris? Like, I didn't, because Chris, the only other game he appeared in at the time was Code Veronica, and that wasn't even out yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
not even close, actually. That was a whole different console era.
Well, no, it was 99.
99?
For the Dreamcast.
Okay.
But even then, I did not have a Dreamcast. And when you do, Chris doesn't appear until halfway through the game.
Gotcha.
So to me, like, they were just names, and then I start playing this game, and it's like, so that's Chris, so that's Barry. Wow, that's so cool that, like, these characters I heard and read all these files about, I actually get to see what happened and experience it firsthand.
The heroes who survived the Arklay Mountains.
Yep, and well, it's not the mountains that were the dangerous part. It's not like they went hiking and then fell.
Yeah, but I believe that the actual setting for this manor here is the Arklay Mountains.
Yeah. Arklay Mountains, the Raccoon Forest, that whole outskirts area. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it's more near the mountain than on a mountain.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. So I'm just, like, going on default here. I'm like.
I love how my magic box will transport things from box to box with no issue and no difficulty at all times.
I wish I had that kind of a magic box in real life.
Right. That's some tech right there.
I mean, how convenient would that be?
Is that a bag of sugar?
No, it's what do you call it? Herbicide.
Ah. It's been a while for me.
Somebody knocks on the door, you open it, the zombie wants to borrow a cup of sugar.
Yeah. The body spray didn't work. Maybe if I give him a cup of sugar, he'll go away.
Spray some herbicide on the zombie. Right, where to next? So, trying to remember where else this key is useful, because it's like that's the key that you don't get at all if you play as Jill, because she just uses her lockpick on all those doors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But maybe at the end of the shit.
Now, for those of you at home who cannot, oh no.
Fall. There you go.
Now, for those of you at home who have not played Resident Evil, how the fundamental differences work between between these characters is Chris has more health, and I believe he also gets better weapons.
No.
No? Okay,
no.
Gotcha.
That's Leon in part 2. I would argue his weapons are better.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, Chris definitely has more health, but as a leveler, Jill gets a handy lockpick, and also during certain scenes where you would normally need to figure out a puzzle, Barry will sometimes come in as a striker and give Jill a bit of a hand. Like, for example, there's a scene that we're going to get later where the ceiling starts to collapse.
Well, we're not really going to see that because
where you get the shotgun? No?
We're going to replace the shotgun right away and not have to worry about the ceiling.
Right. Now, if you were playing as Jill...
Well, first of all, if you're playing as Chris, you need to get a broken shotgun to replace the original.
Yes, you do. The
whoops.
But in that scene, what I'm getting at is if you play as Jill, then you can't get out because the doors lock on you. Then Barry comes to help you.
Yeah, you don't need to bring the broken shotgun at all.
Yeah, exactly.
But Jill also has the advantage of having more item slots.
Okay, gotcha.
8 to be precise, as opposed to 4. Okay, why is my button keep pressing? The options menu gets activated when you push start and select at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope my controller's not shorting out.
This would be the wrong time for it.
Yeah. But I do admit, I mean, I've had it for like 18 years now.
Yeah, that's
16 years. I think I got it in 2002. Uh-oh.
Now what's that shiny guy behind you there?
That's a small key.
Gotcha.
Which we find useful. Okay. Yes, Chris, let's think about the controller.
Let's, what is our logical next step?
Okay, so this is... That was me doing that on purpose. This is me entering the menu.
Sorry there, folks. Just gonna...
Figure out the hardware.
Bit of a foible here. So you don't need the key behind you?
It's mostly optional. There's like desks and stuff that have ammo.
Oh, okay.
And again, so if you're playing as Jill, she can use her lockpick for that stuff. And with Chris, you need to collect these little small keys. And is that all that Forrest has?
You gotta make it work.
So normally there would be a message here that says, "This is Forrest from the Bravo team. He has been pecked to death by crows."
And then crows.
Yes. And then if you play the arranged mode, he gets up suddenly and tries to kill you instead. As a zombie, not like he's alive and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you, Chris." Okay, what is going on with this freaking controller? I don't want to use the Xbox controller.
I wouldn't blame you. Well, no, actually, the 360 controller is one of my is one of my favorite controllers. But if it's not your kind of jam, then I get it.
It's all right for 3D shooters, but I like playing this game with the D-pad.
Yeah,
I don't like the 360 D-pad.
Gotcha.
But if this keeps happening, we might have to.
We might.
And then if we do, we might also find out whether... So I'm trying to figure out my way around, and I'm losing track of... Where the hell else do I use that golden key? Oh, I think it's in the piano room. We'll get to find out if it's the controller that's actually the issue. I do hope not. From what I've played, the Xbox One controller, I like it way better.
I've only touched the Xbox One controller about like a handful of times, and I'd have to say that I prefer the 360. That's a heavily biased opinion because I used to have a 360, so I've used that thing a bunch. I'm very comfortable with it.
Well, the D-pad is very nice on the Xbox One controller.
Gotcha.
I find, and some people still like using the D-pad, folks. Can you believe that?
I do.
But honestly, for Resident Evil, like for tank controls, I really liked GameCube's controller because you can use the analog stick and it had the sharp corners.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to guess whether you were at a 45-degree angle or not. Which is like the main problem with like perfectly circular. There you go. Now we can get rid of this key. And have Rebecca play us some crappy piano.
Let's see what she's got.
Not much. Hello, game.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna pause the recording and then figure this out.